Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Nippy2X1. I just want to be real with y'all for a second. This is the first, I don't know how this video is going to come out. This is the first one I'm recording on my new phone I got. So I can record reactions and things like that because where I'm living is real small and I gotta, it's in an RV, man. And having laptops and all that, it's just not, with two people in here, it's just not feasible. So I got something small, compact. I got the Fold 7, okay? It's not about that, though. But I'm filming this the first time on it, so I don't know how it's coming out. Because I need to move forward. Because I was thinking forward, I was thinking future. I keep thinking about how I can better myself, and that's what I was looking at. Yeah, it's a little excuse. Like I got a blessing and I got a little new toy. But let me explain how my life has been for the past couple weeks. Update. Um, since I moved out here, things have been not good. Um, not that this place is bad. The environment out here is great. The citizens out here are awesome. The community is a great community. The place I work, everybody's awesome. The people out here are struggling and they'll help you and you help them. And it's a lot of, everybody pitching in and helping each other out here. And it's awesome. It's really cool. It's a lot of stuff you don't see in the city. It's like, hey, but so I really don't want to leave that kind of environment. I kind of love it out here. You can see the night sky. It's beautiful. The problem is my girlfriend. Well, what has been going on in my life is recently, everything was chill. She bought a lasagna, cooked it, was talking about that for dinner, and my blessings had come in. See, my bank account was so in the negative, but what I did is I consolidated all this debt. I don't need to go into the explanation. I had money coming to me, and it came finally. Because I had no money. My account was like $1,000 in the negative. I was paying all these bills. I couldn't get caught up. And the reason, when I look back on it, the reason why, ever since I moved out here, I couldn't, was because I'm paying girlfriend tax. You see, I pay 100% of my bills out of my pocket. I also pay for her cell phone service and the internet she enjoys out of my pocket. I pay for my car. I pay for my insurance. I pay for my own health insurance. I buy my own groceries. Because this lasagna story is about this. I've been, I buy all of this stuff. And then let's see what she pays for out of her own account. She pays rent. She doesn't buy groceries. She's on food stamps. So the state of Texas buys her groceries. Pretty much the community of Texas feeds her and her son that she has every other week. I'm not getting into all that. So she doesn't pay for anything. I fell on hard times out here because I'm paying all this extra stuff. So then an emergency would happen, and I didn't have my emergency funds anymore. She would help me out. I would pay her back. And then I would have to pay her back again or then some because she would claim it didn't happen. She'd go off whenever she needed money. And she made a comment to me. I said, what did you pay when you were living at your other place? Like, you didn't realize this is how the world worked? No. She's always had a man pay 100% of her bills. Wow. See, you need to really get to know somebody before you move in with them. So, which this man is buying her car, paying her car, he's doing all this shit. Her ex. And dude, 12 years and you're still doing this, and you put up with this, that is one patient man. So I get that lasagna story. That's when she told me I can't eat food because I got money, I can buy my own now. I thought that was bullshit, but and then I buy milk for her kid, but he doesn't drink milk from Walmart. He doesn't eat food from Walmart. He doesn't go to Walmart. This is what she's telling me. Anything from Walmart, he is against it. He doesn't take it. It's not for him. He won't touch it. He doesn't even like going into Walmart, is what she told me. Wow. I did not know that. I won't buy milk there again. Unfortunately, I see him and his dad in Walmart all the time, buying milk and other, well, maybe not milk, but buying things. So you're lying. I need to admit that. But that's the kind of stuff I'm putting up with. You know what I mean? And this is part of a 7-hour rant, by the way. When I got my blessings and I got my phone on Monday, I got it set up and I was just about to get into it. And I was explaining to her, like, hey, this Thursday I'm off. We can go to the store. We can find something. We can get you one. Doesn't matter what happens. You got one coming. I promised it to you. So here. And she said, thank you, but why are you doing this for me? That's a weird question. And then she follows it up with, you don't realize we're not together anymore? No, dude, you did not put that little piece of information out there. You kind of admitted that. And then, as soon as she said it, dude, I remembered, because she'll get drunk and just start blurting out all these stories about these guys that did her wrong. And I pieced together the timeline. I've been out here listening to her jabber on about it. And she was with this ex that bought her and gave her a comfortable life while she was having multiple relationships with other men. Behind homeboy's back, even out here. I think there's a reason why she doesn't want me to run in or live out here or go to certain places, because she started getting like that. And I thought that was odd. Yeah. So I know what it means when she says, well, we're broken up. Because what she does is she finds somebody, she has a fling with them, but it's okay in her mind because we weren't getting along for whatever reason X number and Z, and we were broken up because of it. Well, I'm here to set that story straight. That's not what happened. She's literally nitpicking to find shit wrong with me. Like right now, if you listen to her problems with me, it's little nitpick bullshit. But I don't care. I listened to it for 7 hours. She went off on me. It was last Monday for 7. 9 o'clock is when it started. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in the morning. I had to go to work the next day. 7 hours, dude. And I didn't say a word. I did say what I had to say to stand up for myself. Because I saw her as a child throwing a fit. When you see a kid having a temper tantrum on the floor, you don't argue with the kid for having the temper tantrum on the floor. You let them have their fit. I'm not her parent. I'm not my monkey, not my circus, bro. You're the one having the tantrum. You know what I mean? But when she started wadding up papers and receipts and shit, I don't know why she has all these receipts. She claims I told her to collect them, but I don't recall, but whatever. That's not important. I stood up. No, you're not doing that. The police will be called if you make it physical. And then I started recording some of it just because I was like, when the police get here, they need to see I'm sitting here calm. Dude, the people who own this RV, they're really, really nice people, and they've gone through some bad things. Our landlords, and oh my God, dude, if you let her, she is going to put a hole through the wall of your place. She beats on this place all around, inside, outside, everywhere. She's going to damage it. And I'm just waiting for it to, she beat this bathroom door so hard it doesn't even close right no more, dude. And she can't figure out, nobody can figure out why. It never really closed right, but now it's even harder to close. So I'm going off on all this crap, but you're getting to see my taste of my life of what I'm going through. You know, I can't have any interactions with their kid. She forbid me to doing that, and she yells at him constantly, dude. It's like, why would he even? I mean, I don't know, dude. It's just it's uncomfortable. It's not where I want to be, and see, the way that we met was we bonded over our trauma. We had very similar traumatic events, extremely traumatic events that most people won't understand, and it was that trauma bond. But see, the thing is I came out here. I found a therapist that I now call on the phone. I consider a friend. I discovered Carl Jung. I listened to Alan Watts like speeches. I meditate. I sit there and I listen. I let my thoughts pass through. The feelings come, but it's just like you get the reaction, like if you hear it on the radio or if you see a movie or something. And I'm just calm. And I go to work and I smile and I spread it because my problems aren't anybody else. So coming out here and putting this is just me putting this out there. I made videos about my life in the past, and I blamed people, and I was living a fake reality in my head. That reality did not exist. When you compare my ex-wife to my ex-girlfriend, my ex-wife wins hands down. I was a fool. But like I said, I didn't know. I hadn't discovered it yet. I hadn't meditated. I hadn't fixed my mind. I haven't faced my demons. I allowed my mother's influence and the tragedies that happened to me to control me. I allowed my subconscious to stay subconscious. Once I confronted it and made it conscious, I realized calmness is the way to be. Everything, no matter what, stay calm and stay quiet. There's no reason to talk. There's no reason. Calmness is a rock. And it's being tested hard right now. Because where I'm at in my life is after that 7-hour rant, and I will admit this. I did tell her, and I told her right from the get-go, there will be no physicality. There's not going to be any spitting, hitting, punching, anything like that. I don't agree with that. I don't do that. I won't do that to a woman. I realized I got a boogie. Sorry, I picked my nose. I got ADHD too. I'm just a big old basket case. But no, I don't agree with that, and I will not allow that. I no physicality. But after 4 hours of her just going off non-stop, she has a friend of mine that used to work for me was now, I didn't realize, I'm not in the country music scene, so I didn't realize how big he was in the country music scene. He was on the CMAs. I'm very, very proud of him, dude. He made it. But before then, he did her sobriety tattoo. And it was a friend of mine. That's how this whole thing came about. He didn't know her. And she would tell people her sobriety tattoo was done by a famous person because when he got on the CMAs, and she got all proud of it. Just to let you know what she thinks about that guy, because his last name is Hispanic. She even called my kids half this. It begins with an S, and it sounds like. And hearing her call everybody I know that and just be completely racist. Like, oh my God, when it comes, I did not realize I was with a racist until she just went off on Hispanics. Like, oh my God, dude. And I'm bringing it up because of my friend who did the tattoo, what she said about him and what she thinks of him, that he's faking, he should go more Spanish. And it's like, and she went off on my kids being half. That set me off. And 4 o'clock in the morning, I got up I walked out there and I said, hall pass. Calling me a pussy and less of a man for about until 4 in the morning, I'm done. Hall pass. Let's go out here to this field and you show me how much of a man I'm not. Because you're not understanding anything else. You're not shutting up. So go ahead. I won't. You're not going to be able to hit me, but I'm not going to lay into her. So I would murder her. I'm going to defend myself, is what I was thinking. Escalate it when it needs to. Let her peter herself out to where she gets so tired she's just going to go to sleep. But she turned it down. She didn't go out in the field. And I said, that's what I thought. Shut up. And that's actually the last thing I've truly said to her. I wanted to see what that was about the next day, like what the hell. But it woke me up. When you fall in love with somebody and you think that there's love there and you have this high expectation of them, see, that's kind of cool, the lights up here. And then when they do something like that, or they show you their true colors and their true nature. Because see, I saw the light in her and I saw the good in her, but that disappeared that day. I realized the only reason why she's good to people is to get something from them. Like, she doesn't go to her job that she gets paid $10 an hour for 4 hours a day because she likes helping people. It's because it makes her feel better about herself, and she wouldn't do it if she didn't get paid. That's the kind of person that's my analysis. That's how I feel. I was nothing but really good to her. I don't know what else I could have done, but there's nothing else I could have done. But in that 7-hour rant, and even now, she said she would pay me $500. I have it on video, $500 if I moved out by the 1st. And then she yelled at me, where are you going to go? What are you going to do? You're going to be homeless and you don't even have a car to sleep in. I hadn't even brought that up. After she broke up with me, I go to work the next day after all this shit happens. And this sleazy bank repossessed my car. So come November 1st, I'm not going to have a car and I'm going to be homeless. But I have money, and here's the thing. That's what I thought. I calmed down. I went in. I calmly explained my situation to my supervisors. Dude, I had people coming up to me saying, dude, if you need anything, just call me. We had a meeting. We know what's going on. You won't be homeless. You won't go starve. You won't. And I couldn't believe that I had this out. I didn't do anything. I just show up to work, and I'm positive. I see it's a suck job, dude. You're moving shit around. You don't want to be at work, but I'm not gonna. But life's a game, dude. So I make a game out of it, and I get other people, just try to make a game out of it, dude. Try to make everybody's. I know. It was so awesome to see that outpour. And people are coming to me with like car deals and shit like that. I didn't realize the impact I made. Like, these people don't want me to leave here. The people I work with, the friends I've made. Because I found my calm, I found my center, and I'm glad that they got to know this version of me. There are few people who know me like that. Like because I'm not out a lot. That's what I mean by that. If I was moving to the city, I'm not changing, dude. This is how I am now. Realizing that what I've realized and opening my mind up, I can't go back. You can't close. Once you've seen the truth, you can't unsee it. So I'm calm all the time. Think about what I said. I went through a 7-hour rant about her saying the most horrible things. And I am done, dude. It's not my monkey, not my circus. There's no marriage, there's no ring. But I'm faced November 1st. I'm going to talk to my landlords, because she says that I'm primary on the lease, and it's between me and the landlords if you stay or not. So I flipped the script. And I said, okay, well, how about I talk to him? I have the money. You say you have several places to go, and you have a car. I'll pay you $600 if you get out. And then that's when she was like, no, you don't have the position to negotiate. I knew it was going to go that direction. And you see, I'm coming and making this video right now because I meditated for a while and I wanted to get back to the source. How did all of this wake me up? How did this make me esoteric? How did I go through this? Well, this is everything that happened. The world is literally giving you clues. You want good, and the world's showing you, okay, you want love, then you need to understand heartbreak. You need to appreciate what the world's giving you. Its offerings are not, they may be finite, but they are not given willingly. You must appreciate it. And I didn't appreciate what I had. I was self-centered. I was egotistical. It's a lot of the ego. A lot of my ego was not in check. I thought I was the center of attention all the time. I thought me, because what happens is when you're in a situation, and you don't deal with your demons or your psyche, and you get stuck, and then you just stay there, and that's where I was. And right now, meditating it, and I'm looking at what I had before, and yeah, it was falling apart. A lot of it was me. It was my fault. I was making decisions based on I'm important. I'm the one here. No, this is my castle. No, dude. I hope that didn't stop the recording. My alarm went off. But no, dude, that was so stupid. It was our castle. We are two separate individuals with two separate interests, but we found common ground. And my emotions and my ego ruined everything. And that's a fact. And I have to live with that. But what lesson did I learn from that? What did life show me to teach me what I lost? I've lost my entire family. This October is the first October this is the first time I haven't really told my kids happy birthday because they won't talk to me. And that's my fault. I didn't just burn the bridge. I allowed my ex-girlfriend to nuke it. I didn't know she was having these conversations with them behind my back and shit like that. It's. I don't even need to get into that. The point is, I realized I selfishly destroyed 3 lives. 4. Well, I destroyed my own, but that was my own doing. So now, pending the first of the month, I have no home, no car. I have a job and a support system out here, so I won't be alone. I would love to stay out here, and that's my options. I'm been sitting here weighing everything I have. All of my time and effort is being put into how to get my stuff back from the car they took, how to find more modes of transportation. I just need to get to work and back, dude. Everything else can be delivered. But see, I had to go through this. I had to go through all of this. And now I see all the path. Now, when this test happened and the loss is all happening, I didn't panic. I looked at all my paths and I've made connections. I started seeing my future, and I don't feel like I'm going to fall off a cliff. I feel like I must make actions But these are the paths I have in front of me. Don't worry about those negatives. Worry about what you can do. What can you do right now? The future hasn't happened yet. The past has already happened. What can you do right now? And that's where I'm at. And what I can do right now, I can find another apartment. I can, there's people that are talking about, like, there's other people out here that would love to get a roommate and somebody that they can get along with and pitch in for bills and rent and stuff like that. So I'll be fine as far as that goes. I've made a lot of really good connections and friends out here. I got to know a lot of good people. So I realized I don't have that. She lied to me again. I have a place to go. I have people that want to be around me. I have a job in San Antonio if I want to move back. And I can do that right now. I can rent a U-Haul today and be in San Antonio by this evening. But I have nowhere to go. So that option, unless I secure that option, but seeing the outpour of love I'm getting and support from people out here is amazing, dude. Because I told them, I'm like, look, now I got to be out. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. But I got to be out by the 1st. I don't have a car now, and things aren't looking up. But I've got this job here. I'm going to stick with it. But it's more than that, dude. I feel safe. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I'm saying no. I'm not going to let that happen to me, and I'm seeing paths out. Lots of them. It's insane, the outpour. So the options I honestly have in my point in time in life right now is option A, get a U-Haul, get all my shit out of here one go. It's another RV, dude. I don't own very much more crap anymore. I have nothing. But get it all out of here. Move in. Find a place in San Antonio. Get that job. Work and live there. That's option A. Don't know where I'm going to live. That requires me to find a place to get other financials set up and something from a distance. And that's not easy to do, but that's an option. Option B. I'm not going to convince her to leave. She's not going anywhere. She has nowhere else to go. If she did, she'd be gone by now. But I can't stay here. So find an apartment out here, find a roommate, help my bills be easier, and help their bills be easier, help each other out. A couple homeboys. I do not want another relationship. I'm done. Because I realized finding somebody like my ex is actually rare. But our job's just done. Option C, get a U-Haul, move everything out of here and start blowing money on hotel rooms until I can find a place. And then I have to find a car too on top of that. But there's also options for cars. There's $1,000 cars. There's all kinds of options out here for that as well. So those options aren't out. It's just like, oh God, now I gotta do another task. Man, this video game keeps giving me all these damn tasks, dude. Who's programming this stuff? Hey, these programmers are making this game fun. I don't like this GTA. No, man, it's really, I see my paths out. but the I, the self wants. There's an option the self wants that myself can't have. I would want very, very much to go back to my family. That would be awesome. I miss my kids. I miss my dog. I miss having somebody there that really supported me that I didn't give her credit for. I put up with a lot. I never gave her the credit she deserved. I'm not saying this because I lost, and you know, that's been a desire of mine, dude. But that door's been closed, so I don't even look at that as an option. I don't even contact them. You see, I didn't understand any of this, and what the universe did was it gave me somebody that treated me like I treated my ex that didn't deserve it. Treated me that way. I now like I've been calm and I've been going through my past and there's a way sometimes I like to look at my past, the stories that led me to where I'm at today. Your past, everything that happened in your past is a story. That's what I mean when I say that. Memories. So I'm looking at my stories that led up to today and seeing them very clearly. And yeah, that's the truth. When you try to force something to work, it ain't gonna work. And my divorce is a tragedy because a simple family therapy session would have fixed it. That's all it took from when I got out here was finding a good therapist. I can see that now. Maybe not. I probably wouldn't be. I hate saying the words like awake, give myself titles like that. I hate that, but I wouldn't be who I am today if it hadn't have been, you know, for me losing my ego and swallowing my pride. But I'm going to take a little moment out of my day to mourn the loss of what I've lost and try to figure out how to move on in my life. Because yeah, that I did this. This is yep. And there's therapists in San Antonio, dude. But I would love to sit there knowing this knowledge. You know, I want to figure out how to become a mental health therapist. I mean, seriously, it's fascinating. I find the whole thing fascinating, the whole psyche and everything. And I would love to sit down with my family, my sons, and my ex. She's part of that family, dude. That's her mom. And just start the healing process. They need to get their stories out. And I'm sad because it's not going to happen. And that should have happened. I'm mourning the fact that that was a missed opportunity. I should have pushed for that. Instead, I pushed for drinking, playing video games, and trying to become a famous YouTuber. Because I got to belong somewhere. And the fucking stupid thing is I already belonged. I was already good enough. You're good enough too. Everybody. You just have to see it. My journey to awakening was extremely rough. But I'll update. I've now see all the paths in front of me, and I now see how my life should be. I try to relive high school again, dude. Like, for the rest of my life. And the reason for that, explaining a little about myself and my psyche, I didn't have freedom until I got to high school. I was very controlled. And so I tried to keep the party going, I guess, in my head. We all do that, dude. You know. But the party's not over, dude. That's what you don't understand. You want to go back to it? Meditate. The movie, just whenever you want, look, you have your favorite movie. Whenever you want to see it, you put it on and watch it. The party's not over. You experienced it. Let it go. Experience it again. And it's now a part of you. What hurts me is knowing that my kids and my ex are sitting there. You know, my dog passed without me there. And they're in chaos. And I'm enlightened. That's not fair. But the universe never said anything about being fair. See, it's the unfairness that you're supposed to notice to realize that you need to realize. It's the hurt. It's the pain. It's telling you this for a reason. But I'll let you know where I land on my feet. I would love to just reach out to any member of my family, you know, and just say hi, how y'all doing? I'm not crying because I'm upset at myself and I'm not sad. The sadness is due to the fact, I mean, I do feel sad over missed opportunities like that. But the time moves on. There's no reason to be in a rush. Calm down. And you'll look and see everything is really right in front of you. And if you made your mistakes, I'm here to tell you, once you realize everything you need is right in front of you, you start a path on correcting your life. And what I mean by that is you no longer live in self-destruction. You're no longer trapped in your mind or cage. You found the key to get out. I hope y'all have a good day. And it saddens me that this is the only time. That's why I'm sad right now. It's the only time if, like, I'm reaching out to my kids. It's kind of like knowing your children are alive, but you have to treat them like they're dead. No parent should ever experience your child's death. But it's necessary. For me, I'm so stubborn, it was necessary. And now, I flow like a river, and I just I look at the universe and look at what I did and I look at everything and I kind of smile. It's because when you realize everything, it's kind of like whenever somebody's trying to tell you to figure out a problem, and you're like, I don't get it, I don't get it. And then you get it, and you're like, it was such a struggle to figure that problem out. It's like, okay. And you're just like, God, you're dense. Oh. I have to. I have to. I was gonna say I have to stick to my guns, but that's a weird thing to say and a weird thing to think. So I stopped myself, and the reason why is I went to go look back on what made that possible. It was an old me that died that believed that I was in love with somebody that never existed. I believed in a life that wasn't real. Oh my God, you're delusional. Well, we all are. That's what you do. You. If you're not interested in knowing somebody, you create a character out of them, and then you'll have arguments and fights and shit with that character, and then when the real person shows up, that's when the comedy skit comes into play. You realize this means war. Dirty fingernail. Basically, a guy was sitting there, and he was a ruler of this country, and I can't remember the skit and the player who did it, but I do remember very loosely the skit, and the guy was like, "Hey, the other country is coming over. Their leader's going to come see us, and first thing I'm going to do is shake his hand, and I'm going to be firm and look him in the eye and tell him, welcome to our country, and this, that, and the other. But what if he doesn't shake my hand? What if he does this? What if he does that? Oh, well, then that's disrespect, and that's disrespect. If he does that, that's disrespect. If he does this, I'll do this. And if he does this, I'll do this. If he does this, I'll do this." And then the dude showed up, and this guy was so in a tangent over, trying to create this peace treaty. But what if this guy shows anything of disrespect? As soon as the guy showed up, he put his hand out, and the dude slapped him and says, of course you know this means war. The point being, he caused the war, trying to prevent it, overthinking about it, and worrying about. If you don't get it, then I can't explain it to you. Yeah. So that's where I am right now. I'm not asking no, and please, 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 please. There's no pity. I don't want no pity. I'm not looking for an emotional response from anybody else. I'm looking at putting more content on my YouTube channel, and it stopped for a while and all that. I'm just giving an update on my life. But yeah, I would do anything to sit there, and I would actually play video games with my kids. I couldn't do that before because of my ego. I would be, I couldn't even let my kids beat me in a game. I mean, what an asshole, right? I look back at that person and I'm like, how did I ever get like that? Then that's what you have to figure out. Oh, hello, demon. No, you're not big. You're actually very small. And you happened a long time ago, and you're shrinking by the day. Talking to demon. I am more than that. I'm better than that. God. And I said, it's a sincere apology to my family. Sorry, I was thinking about where do I need to go today and what do I need to do? And how can I enjoy doing it and not miss out on anything? And what I mean by not miss out on anything, I mean, when you walk outside, notice the breeze. Touch grass. But you hear the birds chirping little wildlife that's around the cities and the walkways and things. Well, I have to figure and, walk into a place with that mindset. Just walk around with that mindset. When it comes to me, myself, I'm so at peace. Because I don't fight it. But I do like to admit out loud to the world my one true weakness right now. And I apologize. No, people out here, dude, I would love to come back out here and actually spend time with them outside of work. Just having fun, just, you know. You're not gonna see her out here. She hides. So it would be great, dude. It would be great. If I could move back into my family, and that's the one time. That's what I really want. First I thought it was money, but I had to lose all my money to realize it's not money. First I thought, first I thought, who is this I doing this thinking? Wait a second. That's what I did. I went back and said, who's this I doing this thinking? Where did that thought actually come from? And I learned to sit down and just watch the show in my head. My ego still wants my family back. But the world has shown me I need to take care of myself. I would still strive for that goal, and that's something I would be working on, is I would be working on communications again. I would love to just move back in. I don't need any space. Dude, I literally have nothing. I don't take up any space. I have a box of clothes in it. I have my PlayStation, and that's it. I don't even have a TV. I don't have anything. But I can't expect them to open me up and come to me and want me back. No. That's an expectation that my ego wants, that my hope wants. I want to go through the healing process with my family. That's where I'm at in my point in time in my life. I want to go through the healing process with my family. With just us. There's nobody else involved. I'm by myself. 48 fucking minute rant. But that's what I got to. If you stayed through the whole thing, man, please give a like and a subscribe. I need help. Oh. I love you guys. If you did stay to the end of this, wow. Sometimes, though, you just gotta get it off your chest. I'm gonna spend the rest of my day trying to figure out how to make my life better and how to make others' lives better. When I get an abundance, I'm going to give to others. It's not about me. It's about how to. The whole thing isn't about you. It's not about me. It's about how everybody else is around me and how we can help each other. And you don't have to sacrifice to help. Help. Sacrificing isn't help. It's sacrifice. No, but if you have and you can be there and you can be a shoulder for somebody to lean on, yes, there's pressure, there's push. But if it's something you can handle and you can move on, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Helping each other grow to get to this point in our lives. I would love to help my family get to that point. I would love to help anybody. It starts with realizing who you are. I've gone off about this long enough. Look, almost an hour. It's a lot to get out, dude. A lot's happened. Anyways, if y'all stayed, thank you. I love you guys. I said that enough. God dang, dude. No, you hang up first. I'm not going to do the little thing, dude. I'm just going to say peace. Be peaceful. I know what you have. Take time. Breathe. Don't listen to anybody else's opinions. I don't want to tell you what to and what not to do. You have to figure it out yourself. My advice, just be calm and witness. I close my eyes when I say that because it's what I'm doing right now. Well, first video on this phone, be many videos. It's going to be more reactions or something. I'll figure something out. Because I see the path. Another alarm went off. I've been doing this too long. Peace.